Welcome to video 3-6C. It's the third video. And this video is basically going to be independent practice. I'm going to give you a number and then give you three kind of rules to follow, and then you'll have to solve them. I'll give you another number, three more rules, and then you'll have to follow, solve, and then when you're done, check your answers with I will go through and give you the correct answers, and hopefully you got them all correct. That's what I'm hoping. So our first number that we're going to work with is 915,042 and 723 thousandths. So that's the first number you're going to be working with. Now, what are you going to be doing with those? There are three different rules to follow. The first one is increase by 5 thousandths, decrease by 100,000, and then make 7 more in the hundreds place. And I will type those, and pause, solve, and then when you've solved them, hit play and continue with the video. Now you see what you're supposed to do. Increase the number by 5 thousandths, decrease the number by 100,000, and then make 7 more in the hundreds place. So pause the video, work through each one of these things that you're supposed to do, and remember, each one you start with the original number. And I will give you the next number that you will be manipulating. Hopefully you've come with responses for the first number. Our second number is 7,218,396,405. And the three things that you are going to do with this number is the first one, you're going to increase the number by 2 billion. Second one, you are going to decrease the number by 1 million. And then you are going to make 4 more in the tens place. And give me a second, I will type those out and they will appear shortly. As promised, ladies and gentlemen, I have typed out to this number you will increase the number by 2 billion, you will decrease the number by 1 million, and you will make 4 more in the tens place. And just a reminder, each time you start with the original number. So why don't you pause the video once you copy the information down. And this is not something, these pieces here are not something you need to write down. Just make sure that you remember what you did. And so pause the video, work through the problems, and when you're done, restart the video, and I will actually talk about and put the correct answers in. Good luck. Now for the correct answers. This one we're going to increase, which means that we are going to add, and we're going to add 5 thousandths. So we're just going to add 5 to that, and we're going to get 8. So our response is going to be 915,042 and 728 thousandths. Right? This one we're going to decrease, which is a subtraction, and we're by 100,000, which is going to be that first place value. So 100,000, if we subtract 100,000 from 900,000, we're going to get 800,000. So, but it's 815,042 and 723 thousandths. And the final one is make 7 more in the hundreds column. Now, if you notice right now, ladies and gentlemen, currently there is nothing in the hundreds column. So to make 7 more, we're just going to add 7. And that would, when we add 7 to that, we're going to get 915,742 and 723 thousandths. Answers for this one, we've got 7,218,396,405. Increased by 2 billion. Well, this is the billion spot, so we're going to add 2 to that. 7 becomes 9,218,396,405. Our next one tells us to decrease, which means we are going to subtract. And from the million, well, which one of these is million? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this one right here is our million spot. And we're going to decrease by 1, so we're going to take away 1 from that, so 8 is going to become 7. And our answer is going to be 7,217,396,405. Now, unfortunately, that was kind of messy here. This one, let's just rewrite that because it didn't quite look like a comma there, did it? So 217, comma, there we go. And finally, make 4 more in the tens place. Now, if we notice, ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing in the tens place. See that TH? That means it's going to be after the decimal point. So we have to add something to that. Number stays the same prior to that. It's going to be 7,218,396,405 and 4 tenths. Hopefully you got those all correct, ladies and gentlemen. If you did not, check with your table mate if you're confused. Check and see if you can figure out where you made your error. And if you're still having problems, please talk to Mr. Winkleman. He will be able to help you hopefully see where you made your errors. Otherwise, it's time for video 3-6D.